Good afternoon, students. Hope that you are doing well. Can you hear me properly?
Good afternoon, sir. Yes, we can hear you perfectly.
That's perfect. Uh, whose group is here? Mariam.
Yes, sir.
Uh, is your group members here?
Yes, sir. Our group member is here, Mahjuba Nabizoda.
Mm-hmm.
John was in our group, but
And
unfortunately she did not
Shukriya.
connect with us still. I don't have any news from her. She
Uh,
did not contact with us. Yeah. I hope she's
as
doing
her
well.
first group. Okay, Zohra. Zohra is okay. Let me see. Your group members are here. Zohra is here. Marmar is also here. And where is Asra?
Sir, and everyone, I hope all are doing well. Yes, sir. Asra John has had some problem with electricity, I think, and
Mm-hmm.
she said that we can proceed with presentation as well.
Okay, that's perfect. Then you can go on.
Okay, so should I share my screen?
Yes, please go on. The floor is
Mm.
yours.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, first of all, I made a presentation for our project, and then I will go through the data.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as you see here, the project we worked on that is analyzing the gender gap in tech, especially in technology, and our team name is Fuji Team. The team members are me, Astrojon, and Marmarjon. The main focus or the main objective of this research was the analysis or the exploring the complex relationship between gender, professional experience, and compensation in technology rules, and beyond the simplified narrative to understand the nuanced patterns. And the central hypothesis focus on uh, gender-based salary differences in the technology sector, which vary across experience levels rather than consistently disadvantaging women. And the dataset characteristics we focus on is we find the dataset from Kaggle.com by searching the title gender pay gap dataset, and the sample size we identified it is more than 1,000 rows, and the variables we had in this data set: the gender, the job role, experience years, and annual salary they earn for that position. And data for data preparation steps, we had three steps. For example, the cleaning the missing the values and outliers, and standardize the job rule classifications, and the last one was the normalizing the salary to annual figures. So we had the for data set architecture, we had the demographic data, professional context, and experience metrics with the compensation data. So as I said before, we had some for demographic data, the gender classification, male and female. Because for the initial data we got from Kaggle.com, there was some issues. For example, the gender variables contain categories beyond the scope of the study we focused on. For example, it had the binary gender as well. And the second issue was the unrealistic values for years of experience, such as zero experience, and also high values, for example, more than 50 or 80 years of experience. And also another issue with the data set were the salary, which contained extreme values that were inconsistent with typical technology sectors. For example, it was more than I think $300,000, and this made this may case to some issues. So we did some cleaning on the data. Our methodology was about the gender comparison, experience segmentation, and rule representation additional to trend visualization. The key findings we had from this data set, the experience depend pay gap, which means the hypothesis supported by the experience in this data set, and the entry level zero. It was one. 1 up to 3 years, the midterm career 5 up to 10 years experience, and also the senior level uh, 10 more than 10 years of experience. So if we come to our data, as you see here, we have created a dashboard. The title is Tech Salary Dashboard. The full data we have shown the head of the data, as you see here. Our data includes the gender, the job role. The job role are related to the technology sector. The years of experience they had, the education, the salary, the annual salary they earn, and the experience. We created this experience group column by grouping 1 up to 5 and also 6 up to 10 years of experience. So for the women and senior rules, we identified the women as our baseline for this research. So the women in senior levels founded has in these rules like engineering manager, UI and UX designers, and these were the rules that women were working in technology sector. And also we visualize the data gender versus salary, as you see here. This figure, sorry for the delay. Yeah. In this figure, as you see here, the median salary is slightly higher for males compared to female, but the difference is not dramatic, as it's shown in there, the box plots here. And the spread of salaries, which means the variation is comparable for both groups, and also men and women have similar ranges of earning. And we also notice the outliers in this data set. And so, so sorry. That shows that some individuals earn far above the typical range. What does it mean? That this visualization suggests that while salaries overlap heavily between genders, there is a slight upward shift in the male and male median, and this points to a possible gender pay gap, though it is relatively modest. To confirm what we had usually complement this with statistical tests or regression analysis in the next part for experience versus salary. As we see here, we through the group of experience we had created, we can see that salaries rise steadily as experience increases, and also across most groups, men earn slightly more than women, and the gap becomes more noticeable in this in the higher experience range, like 21 up to 25 years and 26 up to 30 years of experience. So this takeaway here is that while both genders benefit from experience, men tend to capture a slightly higher salary advantage to senior levels. And the next option for regression coefficient, um, for this figure, it shows some delays. Yeah. For regression coefficient, as we see here, the experience show the the strongest factor, because more years of experience significantly increase the salary. All we know that. For example, 5 years adds about 10,000 compared to zero. So gender also matters but the is much smaller than experience. Being male adds a slight salary increase and only a few hundreds compared to thousand driven by experience. And for education, we can also say that a master's degree shows a positive effect, but surprisingly, high school bachelor's degree and PhD all have negative coefficient for this data set. It may have strongest or positive efficient in other data sets as well, but the PhD is the most negative, meaning in this data set, PhD holders earn less than the baseline group after controlling for other factors. As a general, we can say that experience is the dominant driver for salary, and while gender and education have smaller, so sometimes unexpected effects may case, and these results reflect the dataset patterns, not necessarily rarely. For the next option, we have the regression scatter plots. The last figure, we have the uh, regression scatter plot, and it shows the salary plotted against the years of experience with a regression line added. And this trend is clear because salary increases as experience grows. Both male and female data points follow this upward trajectory, and the regression line confirms a strong positive relationship between experience and salary. So while there are differences between genders, the overall pattern shows that the experience is the most consistent driver of the higher pay. So as an conclusion, we can say for the hypothesis, it is supported and it shows that the experience has most effect on the payment in the technology sector. And that's all from our project, sir.
Okay, perfect. Can you go to your project code?
Sorry, sir.
Can you go to your codes?
Okay, sure. The presentation file, as you see here, the for the basic codes we have done here, and for dashboard we have created a different file.
Mm-hmm. So you have used t-test. Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
one question from you. How did you clean the dataset? Did you clean the dataset because you had outliers, but you mentioned in your presentation that you had some outliers, which was like salary was something like more experience. It was about 8 years of experience was 50 years, 80 years, something like that. So did you remove the outliers or no? Or what did you do?
Yes.
Or did you impute
As
it?
you see here, we have the cleaning part in this data, and
Can you go to your
we
cleaning part?
yes, sir. Years of experience, applied face experience, not null, capitalize, style float. Yeah, we have the filtering for the years of experience up to from 1 up to 30.
Mm-hmm. But you have not cleaned this on it means. Because if you go to your dashboard, if you
Yes,
go to your dashboard, uh-huh. If you go to your experience and salary,
experience and salary.
no, it's
This
experience
is
versus salary. The one that can you go, show your dear what
which
one
part,
was
sir?
it? Let me. It was gender and salary. It was, which one was it? Can you go to gender and salary maybe? The box plot that you made it.
Okay,
Box
sorry,
plot.
sir.
Yeah, this one. You are right.
Okay,
Can you see here these outliers here, everything? You can see completely here. that still you have outliers, and you can, because you just filter out. So if you wanna do, if you could
Yes,
remove
for the
if it is
code,
not
the
important.
salary is, yes, sir. For the filtering part of the salary, it is greater than 20,000 up to thir 300,000.
Mhm.
So it's okay for the visual, for the figure as well.
No, I mean that what did you do with outliers? So for example, if someone is earning more than what you have done in filter in your code. For example, if someone is earning more than like 2000 like this amount in these outliers, you can see here 300,000, for example, USD. So what did you do? Because it could affect your findings inside. So what you could do is you could do take a median of this one mean, or you could remove the outliers when it comes to cleaning the data in pre-processing in
I've
here.
done
So
the median as well. Sorry, sir. I should find that part.
no, no, up,
Um,
up, up, up. In this, you can go up.
okay.
Yeah, filter realistic ranges. See,
Mm-hmm.
only you have filtered, but now you could use this one as a median. You could use a median of this one so that it should give you into a range or something, because your analysis is not completely clean. You have not done any remove or something. Okay, which you can do it later.
Okay. Got it, sir.
You can do it later, no problem. So.
Okay, sir.
Uh, So, Marmar, do you have anything to add? Was it Marmar? Yeah, Marmar.
Yes. Hello, dear all. Hello. I hope all of you doing great. Not just this presentation. Thank you so much for the Rajan. That's perfect. And also, just I also no adding anything. It's
Okay,
perfect.
that's perfect. So, thank you, group number one, Fuji Group, for your work. I appreciate it because at least you have just tried to use Streamlit, which is a new thing. Was it your first time using Streamlit?
Yes, it was the first time, sir. I tried the most to make the dashboard.
That's perfect. Like if you go for now, because you now you know how to do it, so you could make more uh, interactive dashboards with these ones. So now you have used sidebars. You can that's good thing that you have made sidebars, and also you can display. But sometimes you can change to sidebars and other things. You can put figures, many completely many things you can do it. Yes, Asra.
Yes.
Hello, sir. I hope you are doing well. About the cleaning, I have another codes and also another cells. So on there, I added here. Here,
Is it
this is
in which?
my work.
So the one that is Zora is showing us this one, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yes.
had cleaning here.
Mm-hmm. But Zahra has used the data which was not clean, I think. She has directly imported to Streamlit that data. Or did you,
Yes, sir.
after cleaning, Zohra, did you take the cleaned version or unclean version?
Here, sir. Here, I removed outliers.
Mm-hmm.
In the top, you see with outliers here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wait. Yeah. This one, yeah.
Um, yes.
So, can you go
Here,
down?
sir. Here.
Yeah, yeah, got it. Got it. So, Zora, what did you do is like after now doing this one, so you could take this node that Azra has already done, so you could convert this one to CSV file and take this one and do your analysis in Streamlit. That would be perfect, but you have done without data cleaning. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, no problem.
I
That's
just
perfect.
used the
Thank you, sir.
filter option, sir. There was something like a problem between each other. It was a team group. It was the teamwork, but maybe schedules were not
Yeah.
correct between us. That's why we faced this issue.
No problem. That's perfect. Okay, that's perfect. So now, yeah, it's fine. Okay, good. So at
So
least
that's
the one who has made this Jupyter notebook, you have done very good work. The way that you have done your, can you go to your project dot IP? Yes, this one. Is it done by Asra? You?
yes.
That's
Yes,
very
sir.
good because the way that you have written the text is, can you go up? Now it's just like a report. Now, if you are in a company, you can just show, you can just download this one and you can print or you can show your boss this. And in here, you can say step 6, sorting and filtering, sort by salary and filter high earners. So like this, you can do even your full report you can make in Jupyter Notebook or Google Colab. So you can see now she has used like a heading for this one and then the text and then the code down and like the same it goes downward. So all class you can even do reporting in here. That's perfect. Yeah, can you come down? Yeah, that's good. So she has used all of them together. See, like step 6, 8, 9 distributions, you can see what is happening. So create dummy variables. Now you can see in here. So once someone reads your notebook, so he or she can understand what you have done and what is the result. So you don't need to explain even when you have such clean reporting when you are doing. So that's good. Okay, thank you, group number 1, for your work. I appreciate it. Uh, yes. If you don't have a classmates, if you don't have any question or something, so we can proceed. If you have question from Google Marwan, please, the floor is yours. Like, no question, class?
No,
No,
sir.
teacher.
That was very clear.
So
Okay,
thanks,
thank
and
you.
I appreciate your hard works, dear sir. It was your hard work and support, continuous support that we got and made this project.
Thank you, Zohra. Thank you, group number 1. You are doing wonderful. Not only you, all the class is doing wonderful, and I appreciate your work. Thank you. Group number 2, Mariam, Shukriya, and Majuba, please go on.
Um, Hello, sir, to you and also to all dear classmates. I hope everyone is doing well. By permission of you, the honorable teacher, and also dear classmates. Mahjubajan, please share the screen. Thank you. The topic that we choose for our final project is climate change in the year between the year 2020 and also 2030, and its impact on Afghanistan, focusly on Kabul city. Our group members were Shukriya Jan, I, and Mahjuba Jan, but unfortunately Shukriya Jan couldn't contact with us, and we had to work on alonely. Mahjuba Jan and I worked on the project. Next slide, please. Why we choose the climate change around 2020 and also 2030 and its impact on Kabul, because the residents of Kabul, they know that nowadays the people are facing and also struggling different problems and also difficulties in Kabul city with water and also the droughts prediction. We know that the very hot headline of the most conferences and also meetings in 2024 and also 2025, it was about the climate change. Because of the climate change, it did not be controlled and also operated well. It means that the earth life will go to end, and also it means that all the humans, different creatures like plants and also the animals, they will go to die as well. As we know that Afghanistan is among all the countries that it's most vulnerable to climate change, because it is very dependent on agriculture, and also it has limited water infrastructure and also rapid urbanization, which is very custom in Afghanistan. We know that over the past decades, the rising of temperatures, declining the precipitation, all them, they intensify the droughts and also the water scarcity. We know that Kabul is the capital and also most popular city in Afghanistan. It faces severe climate-related challenges, specifically the groundwater depletion and also heat stress, what is the most popular difficulties that in the recent years the Kabul residents they are facing. Purpose of the study and also the research that we have did, it was to analyze the climate trends in Afghanistan between 2020 and also 2030, focusly Kabul, to assess the environmental and also socioeconomic impacts on Kabul residents, and also to demonstrate how data analysis and machine learning concepts they can be applied to the climate data. The research questions that we have used and also we worked on them, they are the following: that how have the temperature and also precipitation patterns changed in Afghanistan among 2020 and also to 2030? How the climate changes specifically affecting Kabul's water resources and extreme weather patterns? And also what future risks they can be identified by using the trend analysis and also basic machine learning models. We collected the data sets from different sources, but unfortunately we know that due to some limited continuous climate measurements in Afghanistan, especially at the provincial level, this study uses that we have used, it was trend consistent synthesized data sets that we have provided. We collected data sets from different sources and also from different resources. And we used from Python to analyze and to provide the visualization. And I kindly ask Mahjouba John to please share the data sets with us, and also to go through that how we could use Python for visualization of the data. Mahjouba John, floor is yours. Please come in.
Thank you, Mariam Jan, and also hello to all our classmates and their teachers. Just based on our coordination in this part, the part for data description is belongs to me, and I would like to share something about this one. As Mariam Jan said, that due to the limitation of continuous climate measurements in Afghanistan, especially at the provincial level, this study uses trend consistent centralized data sets. As we know that the centralized data is artificially generated data that mimics statistical patterns and also structure in real world data, and also but it does not contains any sensitive information. And in here, the data sets that we are using in this project, this is the first data sets. We are using the Afghanistan annual average temperature. And here we're considering from 2020 up to 2030, how is the average temperature that we are considering this as centigrade. We have these data sets, and then through the Pythons, we have visualized and also analyzed this data. Just after finishing this one, as I will show the Python as well, how to use the formula and also the codings for these data sets. Just we are considering in these charts that were made after visualization in Python, it's Afghanistan annual average temperature. And here just we are using the graphs. This graphs indicates a steady increase of 0.1 centigrades. Just we are considering these all in here, that in this range as a horizontal, we are using the years from 2020 up to 2030. And also in here is the average temperature in vertical lines, that it's started from 14.6 and also then it ends in 15.4. That in here we can show as a orange line in here, and also with the circle dots in here. Just we say that the temperature is decreasing year by year, because nowadays we are in the years that there is not only rain, and also we are not we don't have much rain, so this has the impacts on environment, and it decreases the temperature. And also in here I also put the codings that I am using, and then I will show this one also in Python as well. The second data set we are considering for this project, it was Afghanistan perceptions that it shows by a millimeter. This is the years again. We have the data set and also the average perception. That the average perception is started from 314, and also it ends in 219. And the visualization that we have done, yeah, just a minute. sorry. This is the visualization we are doing, Afghanistan annual perception. And this chart as well, we are considering years range, and also we are considering average perception into millimeter. If you're considering this, each blue vertical bars corresponding to a specific years. These are the specific years that we are considering, and also how is the perceptions of these Afghanistan annual perceptions. Depending on this, that how much range will we have, the range of rain will be a decrease or an increase part. Just if we consider that these bars shows that the average annual perception is projected to be relatively high and constant over the decades. Just if we considering in here, in 2020, this was in 340 based on the charts that we are using. But after we are seeing the decreasing and also the decreasing of this one, up to in 2013, this is 300 meters. We are considering this issue. That in here we can say that the annual perception is depends on this, that there is a decrease in our works and also in the temperatures. And in here we have also the codings that we are using in these parts. The third data set we are considering, this was as Mariam Jan before said, that we are focusing most on Kabul province temperature and also rainfall. So this is about this data set is just describing all about Kabul. This is the years from 2012, 2020 up to 2030, and also this is the Kabul average temperature that we are starting from 14.1, and it's into 15.6, and also this is the Kabul rainfall that we have previously said that we are considering this one as a millimeter. This is starting from 313, and also it's in 265, and also the visualization we have done through Python. This is the result of this. And also when we are considering in this one, this is again we have considered as a year and also as a values. These are the values we are in a vertical lines, and also these are the year. And also in here we have two other lines. One is in green color, and also the other one is in blue color. The green color is considering the temperature, and also the blue one is considering rainfall. When we are saying about the temperature, this is represented by the green lights, which and also the average temperature shows a slight but a steady increase. There was also a little increase in here. For example, when we are seeing this, we are considering this as a rainfall, as a temperature, sorry. Increase over the decade, it starts at 14.1 in 2020, but it reached to 15.6 centigrade by 2013. This is the increasing of temperature, and also if we are considering the rainfall, this is the rainfall that we are using the blue lines. It shows a constant decrease over the same period. It started at 330 millimeter in 2020. If you're considering in 2020, this is the high range, and also then when we are going to other years, especially in 2013, we see that in here we have some decreasing, that it dropped to 265. This is the result for this one. This is the global average temperature and rainfall contains. And also we have the data set for this is the Kabul water stress indicators. Just in here we are using this data set for our visualization. We are considering years and also groundwater declines and dry wells. That groundwater declines is visualizing wet matters, and also dry wells is considering by percentage. Yeah, this is the Python code that we are using in this, and also this is the And this is the charts that we are using in here. Just we are considering in here that here we have groundwater declined as we are considering in meters, and also in here we have dry well. Just considering by percentage, it starts from 0 to 16%, and also the groundwater decline is starting from 70.5 and it endings in 25.0. Just in groundwater decline, we can say that this bar chart shows a steady and significant increase in groundwater decline over the decades as we are as there is not any rain. We are facing to significant increase in groundwater. So in 2020, if you are considering, in here we have 70.5 meters, that approximately it can be 20 meters. But in by the 2030, the projected decline reached around 34 meters. That in here we choose this one. And also, if you're considering the dry well percentage, the line graphs indicate a sharp rise in the percentage of dry wells. We are starting near to 0% in 2020, but if you're considering into 2030, it approximately increasing by almost 55% that we are showing all this in here. And then we have the other data sets. The other data set is also, we are considering the climate impacts on cobble sectors. We are using this one. There is impact level, how the climate change impacts different levels and also different sectors in cobble. And this is the chart that we are using after visualization. And here, if you are considering the first thing, the first sector we are considering is water supply. If you are considering the water supply, the impacts level is 5. And also, if you are considering the agriculture, the impact level is again 4. And also in public health, also the impact level of it means climate change is 4. For urban infrastructure, the impact is 3. And also for air quality, impact level of this climate change is 4. Just if we are visualizing this one, we can say that in these sectors, water supply is the most, the sectors that are more impacted by climate change, because it's impact is in level 5. And also we are considering agriculture and also public health and air quality. If you are considering this, that the impact level was 4, it means they are in the middle stage of impacts for climate change. And also urban infrastructure, as we know that the climate change not have more impacts, and also not more impact in urban infrastructure, that is in in level 3. We can say this is the least impact of climate changes on urban infrastructures. And also this the data sets that we are using in this one. And also this is the last data sets that we are providing for this project. It's extreme climate events in cobble. And here we just considering here and also heat wave days and also drought events. Just in here we have these charts, extreme climate events in cobble. In here we have again considering years from 2020 up to 2030, and also there is number of events, how much events should be occurred in here by the impacts of climate change. Just in here, we have some bars. The red bars shows the heat wave days that we are considering the red bars as a heat wave days. And also for the drought events, we considering the orange bars. Just in the red bars, heat wave days, we can say this is the primary components of the stacked bars, showing a consistent increase in the number of heat wave days each year. Just if we are considering in 2020, this was a less, this has a less impacts, and then when we are considering the 2030, it increase year by year, and it is a lot, and it is the climate change impacts on heat wave days. And also, if we are considering the drought events, we are seeing before that the drought events in orange color. These are stacks on top of the heat wave days, indicate smaller but also increasing number of drought events annually. And here, when you are considering, for example, in drought events in 2010, we have less, but after a decade and also after passing a decade, it increased year by year. If you are considering in 2013, it will be approximately maybe 14 events by the droughts that the people were facing in Afghanistan, especially in Kabul province, that we are considering this one. Yeah, now this was the parts that I was responsible to describe all of this. For the rest of this PPT, Mariam Jan will explain all this, and after Mariam Jan finish this one, I will show the Python coding as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Mahjuba, for sharing the dataset and also the good explanation about all the dataset. The methodology that we have used, it was the first step, it was data collection, that we collected data from different websites. The dataset that it was included as you signed the dataset charts and also in the graphs. It was about national average temperature, national average precipitation, and also Kabul specific temperature and rainfall, groundwater depletion and dry wells in Kabul, frequency of extreme climate events. First, we collected the data from the different websites, for example, UNOCHA, FAO, and also UNDP, and other resources that they were providing information about climate change in Kabul city. Then we jumped to the data analysis steps. That first we went through the data cleaning. As I mentioned that we have go through different websites, so we ensured to find data for consistent year intervals, and also we removed some missing values, and as well as we removed some duplicates data that we have collected from the websites, and then we go to calculation of the trends and also to show and percentage changes. And then we also compare the national and also Kabul specific indicators by considering of the other indicators which they were specified for Kabul. We did our data analysis. And then we did the trend analysis. We showed some linear trend modeling to, it should be easier for our audience to know and understand the direction and also rate of changes among the year of 2020 and also 2030. And then when we went to impact assessment, as we saw in the charts and also in the graphs as well, that the linear trend, it shows that the temperature will go high and also the rainfall and precipitation will go down. So it can show an assessment that water stress will happen in the near years, and also it will affect every part of human's life, like agriculture, public health, and also every part of a human's life. The machine learning, deep machine learning, it requires a little bit large data set with should be a little bit with more details, but please previous slide. But we just go through the machine learning in this project just as a conceptually. So the regression analysis that we have used here, it was one of part of machine learning that we know that the independent year, it was independent variable of as it was year, and also some dependent variable which there was temperature, precipitation, and also rainfall, and also the well percentage as well. And this linear regression, it was used to predict the future temperature and also rainfall values. And also the CNN use, it can be usable for the climate change to light imagery and also to show the vegetation loss and water body shrinkage, but we did not use here, as I said already, that due to some data limitations and also the accuracy. So that's why we could not use that one. The findings and also results based on the description that Mahjuba Jan provided already. we saw that Afghanistan average temperature, it will go higher and higher in the next 5 years, and it maybe go higher in the next decades as well, which it's a very bad news, because the temperature when go high, we know that the rainfall will go down, the precipitation will go down, and everything will be so much difficult. The drought prediction will happen. And also in the other graph, we saw that Afghanistan average precipitation, it's going to lower and lower to 2030. It will go lower. We saw that in 2030 it will be 300, and in the next 10 years it will be even more lower and lower. And also another one is the temperature and also rainfall, which it shows in a linear chart. It shows that the temperature is going to high and high, and also rainfall will go down. And water crisis in Kabul, we are seeing that the water crisis event, it will increase in the 2030. And in the next 5 years, it's going to increase. And nowadays, we are also watching some events in Kabul city, especially in the Barchi and also the Charqala, that most of the areas, they don't have water. They don't have access to the drink water even. Next slide, please. Yeah, and also we have here that the extreme climate events in Afghanistan, it's also showing that the heat wave days is going to be higher and higher up to 2030, and the drought events, it's going to be increased in Kabul city, which is a really, really bad news. And the ethical review that we considered during our analysis, we know that the bias and limitations that exist in every data, and also in every analyzation of data, due to some limited ground-based monitoring stations. First of all, it can affect data accuracy, because these data sets and also these informations, if they provided by the UN agencies, which is so popular, and also we can trust on that, it's a reliable website. But unfortunately, due to limited ground-based monitoring stations, it may affect some accuracy of data, because these pictures and also these data sets, they were provided by the satellite. And also we know that some natural disasters, they are suddenly, they will happen unexpectedly. So these projections, they just show a trend, assume linear trends, but they cannot account for some sudden policy, or if climate shocks, or if some natural disaster happen, it may affect our data set accuracy as well. And also for the fairness, we can say that rural and also urban areas, they will experience climate impacts differently, because this data set that we have provided, and also in our project, it just cover Kabul. But in other provinces, for example, in the rural areas, it may be different. And maybe the rural areas, they will be more vulnerable to climate change. And also these data sets, they were all environmental, and also they were aggregated. We did not cover any personal or sensitive data, that we consider all these ethical points in our data analysis report and presentation. Next slide, please.
I don't know what's happening.
Why?
Just a minute.
Yeah, and here we have our conclusion. As we mentioned at the first, that Afghanistan is experiencing rising temperature and also declining rainfall, which is something bad that's going to be happen the next decades. But I hope it won't happen. That if we consider some recommendations, maybe we could reduce, but it's not avoidable. And also, Kabul will face severe groundwater depletion, increasing the risk of water insecurity, and which it will make difficult for the residents of Kabul. And also, now we are seeing some events as well. And climate change is intensifying heat waves and also droughts, threatening public health, agriculture, and every part of human's life. And at the end, we show that the data analysis and machine learning models, they are very helpful, and we can use it to predict some future risks, and it will help us to support our decision making in the climate change topic as well. And at the end, we have some recommendations that these recommendations can help to reduce this event. For example, we can have a sustainable water management. Each country must consider this one, and they have to harvest the rainwater, and also they have to work on some projects which they're working in recharge of groundwater, and as well as drought-resistant crops, some crops which they're resistant to the drought and also with waterless, so they have to harvest that one, and as well as some irrigation systems which can avoid water wasting, so they have to provide that efficient irrigation systems. And as well as in the urban cities, as we know that there will be most of the companies there, so the green spaces, they are so much mandatory to be existed there for reducing of heat and also to improve some water infrastructure in the country as well. Use of data and AI. Every country must have a monitoring system to expand their climate monitoring system, and also to apply ML for machine learning for forecasting of some early warning system. But as well as we have to know that using of AI, it will use lots and lots of energy. We should use AI just only and only for very complex activities. We should not use AI for everything which is simple, and we can do it by ourselves as well, because as all of us know that AI, artificial intelligence, machines, they are so much energy use. They use lots of energy, they use lots of water for bringing the heat of the server low. So that's why one of the things that we can do to keep and also to protect our environment is this one. And here is the bibliography that from which sources we have used. We use from the IPCC 6th Assessment Report, World Bank reports, UNDP report, FAO report, UN OCHA, Climate and Drought report, Asian Development Bank reports, and also UNICEF, UN Habitat, and other some NGO groundwater assistance. We have used from those data sets to provide this one. And at the end, thank you from everyone. I hope to have a safe environment, and I hope that we could do something to reduce the danger and also the risks for our environmental safety. Environmental safety is not only the government responsibility, it is everyone's individual responsibility to save their environment. Thank you from everyone.
Thank you. Group number 2. Well done. Everything was perfect. Class, do you have any question? I think the reaction of your classmates shows that in the comment that how good you presented. Well done. Group number 2.
Thank you.
Yeah, just I would like to say something.
Yes, please.
Yeah, first of all, thank you for all classmates for their patience, for listening to our presentation, and also in here I would like to say thankful for Mariam Jan that we work only in group 2. Just we were 2%, but we have good communication and also good coordination among each other because we are working together, not separately. For example, we are working in PPT and also in Python coding and also in reporting. Everyone was in a group work, not separately. Just because of this, we can prepare this one. And also in here, this was the report that we are considering. Then after this report, we are using to prepare for a good PPT. This was all about this one that Mariam Jan and also we prepared this one. Yeah, this was our reports. Just considering this report, we make all the process for this project, even visualization and also data analysis and preparing presentation. This was all. And also in here, we have data sets as well. This was our data sets that we are using to this project.
That's perfect. So your data set, one question, is it, did you get from any source or something? Like you said, you mentioned there are, so this one was specific numbers given, or you just did yourself, manipulated with the data and you created? Because your results were and findings were like it was 95% correct when it comes to Afghanistan and Kabul, which was like your assumption was that it could be low and their temperature was also rising and water was getting less. So it was, I think, the perfect data that you had in your. And was it that you made it the data yourself, or no, it was just given from your sources?
Can I go through this question, sir?
Yes, Mariam, please.
Thank you, sir. These data sets were we collected them from the websites that I have mentioned. These were the accurate data that we have gathered them from the reports which they were announced and also were published in the websites of FAO, UNOCHA, and also UN Habitat. So these were the
No,
accurate.
Mariam, just I wanted to let me rephrase my question. My question is that your report was based on yearly or it was based on days or months?
Okay, sir. It was on yearly. It was yearly basis.
That's why your graphs are perfect. But when if you have this data set as your daily, if you could find, I don't think that because I have also worked with the UN data set. Mostly they are giving only yearly basis, which is not giving you daily. But if you find out the daily or basis, or even if you can find out the weekly for maybe for period for a decade or maybe less or something 3 years 4 years related to what you are doing, if it is like 3 years in a day in a daily work, then you can publish this work in a very good journal that you are having. But based on what you have only for from years, it's very hard that you can get like if you get some result out of this one. You can get result based on daily wise, but if you can get this data, please work on this. It is a very good project that you can even write a good journal article for your work, or you can for your CV or something when it comes to your uh, otherwise if you could, because we had the same thing that we were working on like air quality index in Kyrgyzstan on outgoing patients. What was the result? But because you know this that the ministry or the hospitals, they have the records, they will give you based on yearly, and to get analyzed for year to by year, it's very tough because you don't know in which day or which month it was increasing more or decreasing, because you cannot take a decision based on 365 days in one data set. So if you could find it into Delhi, and like we can like see on this one, and you can work and you can make a very good article out of this if you can find out this, because you have a very good like aspects and a very good cause that you are working on. So it could be very helpful for your future also if you find out the daily or even weekly part. But for yearly, it's very hard because we tried with yearly. It was giving it's somehow you can be biased when it comes to yearly because you don't know the days how it was. So what we do, what I personally did was I did bootstrapping. It is something that I just randomly gave the system that you should find out from. This is my final, like it's my 200. This is 200, and randomly divide into 30 days. Like it could be 2 in first day, it could be 3 in second day patients, it could be 5 in the other day patients going to the hospital. But still, you cannot be sure that whether it was this or no. So that's somehow it's very tricky when it comes to yearly base. Otherwise, your findings, your hard work, it was perfect. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot for your all nice comments and also very good recommendations. Inshallah, we will consider that one as well. And I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude from you and also from your all hardworking and efforts, which they are too appreciable. Thank you so much, sir. And also thanks to all my dear classmates.
Thank you, class. Thank you, everyone. Okay, thank you, group number 2. Group number 3, the floor is yours. Now you can do it. Aisha, Zahra, Hasina.
Yes, teacher, we are here.
Yes,
I can
please go
share
on.
my screen.
Yes, please go on.
Okay, teacher. Thank you. Do you have my screen, teacher?
It's coming. Yeah.
In the
Oh,
name of
Mursal. Sorry, Mursal. Yeah, Mursal is also in that group. Sorry.
yes,
Okay.
teacher. Yes, teacher.
Mursal. Sorry, because I was just I'm reading from the one that I made it into these groups, and those ones that they were edit I have just edited you. Sorry, Mursal. Yes, please go on, Aisha.
Yes, teacher. I can start.
Yes.
In the name of Allah, hello and good day to our respected teacher and dear classmate. I hope everyone is doing well. And also, I'm thankful from dear teacher for the useful and valuable course you taught us. And our topic is about analyzing student performance based on academic and lifestyle factors. This topic has already been researched, and we use its existing data set for our analysis. Our group consists of 4 members, and all of us equally participated in every step of completing the project. Likewise, we have divided the explanation of the presentation equally among us. I will be presented to the first part. It is our project title, Analyzing Student Performance Based on Academic and Lifestyle Factor. It's a research topic that has been previously studied, and we have used the existing research and data related to our topic, presented by Aisha Faizi, Zahra Sakhizadeh, Hasina Mohammadi, and Mursal Ragheb. In the first section, introduction, and about my project. This project covers several key components such as the research object, research question, ethical and personal consideration, as well as data privacy and security concerns. For more Python programming, we use for data analysis the Trout project. Each of these sections will discuss it in the detail during presentation. This project analyzes student performance using the dataset student performance.csv. The dataset contains academic habits and lifestyle related factors that may influence student performance. Dataset description. The dataset includes the following verbal hours, student reviews, scores, extracurricular activities, sleep hours, attendance, and internet usage. Next slide about research objective. The main objective is to identify which academic and lifestyle factors have the strongest impact on the students' performance, such as hours of students, sleep hours, attendance, parental education, internet usage. And next, this is this slide about research question. Just we select 3 main questions about this research. And the first question is, does a student time improve exam score? How does sleep duration affects academic performance? Which factors has the strongest impact in exam result? And the duration this presentation, our friend will discuss about it. After then, Zahra Jan Sakhizadeh won't continue. Are you here, Zahra Jan?
Yes, thank you, Aisha John. Hello, sir, and everyone. I hope you are doing well and healthy. So, as you know, sir, that we asked the data set from you, and that was about students' performance versus sleep hours. So our classmate explained the first part of the presentation, and now just I want to say that how we use the data set and also ran the code in the Python. So first we loaded the data set into Python and also using the pandas library, and also we use the df.info function in order to understand the structure of the dataset. And the dataset showed that it contains 10,000 rows and also 6 columns, and most variables are numerical, and 1 variable is categorical, which is extracurricular activities. Then we, after uploading the file and also using the code in order to read the data set, after that we just clean the data. In order to, after loading the data set, we clean the data in order to ensure accuracy and also consistency before analysis. So that cleaning the data help us to remove errors, missing values, and also incorrect data types. So, for instance, you know that we use first we check the dataset structure in order to identify missing values and data types, and then we use the code for missing values. For instance, df dot I think s null parentheses dot sum parentheses. So we use this code in order to know whether there are any missing values in the data set, and it shows that there are no missing values. So no rows needed to be removed, and then we use the code for in order to check if there are any duplicates. So we check for duplicates as well, and also the other things. So we, after the cleaning data, we just run the code in the Colab, and also after that we have Aisha John, can you go ahead in the slides that we have the chart? So here we have also some graph that explain the sleep hours versus performance index, and here our goal is to examine the impact of sleep hours on academic performance. And the left, please go ahead in the next slide, Aisha John, that we have the chart. Yes. So the left graph just shows that as sleep hours increase from 4 to 9 hours, so the median performance index does not vary significantly, but the range of scores for each sleep group is approximately the same. And also it shows that students, when students get sufficient sleep, for example 7 or maybe 8 hours, so they tend to have a more stable performance overall. And we can say that adequate sleep may contribute to improve performance stability, and also although there are no strong direct impact on increasing the scores in this data set. And also the right graph that shows the correlation matrix, and here it displays the correlation between various factors and academic performance. So the strongest positive correlation with the performance index, just previous score is 0.92, that is very strong, and also hours studied 0.37, that is moderate. And other factors also shows that sleep or question practice show weaker correlation. And in conclusion, we can say that previous scores and hours studied have the greatest impact on academic performance, whereas sleep and question practice have lesser but still a positive effect. So that's all from my side. And this graph also shows, as I said before, that if students get enough sleep, so they can relate it to the performance as well, and they can perform well. Thank you so much, everyone. So now I just pass the presentation to the next presenter to say the results and also finding. I think Hasina.
No, Shishan, may I present?
Hasina or
Mursal John Raghib, are you here?
Yes. May I proceed?
Yes. You can continue.
Hello and good afternoon, everyone, and dear sir, and my dear hardware team workers. Now I want to explain about the methods, analysis step, and machine learning techniques that we use. In this project, we use a structure and systematic approach to analyze the data
First, the data set was loaded and initially explored in order to understand the type of the data, the variables involved, and the overall structure of the data set. The second, the data cleaning and pre-processing were carried out. This step include handling missing values, correction errors, and preparing the data for analysis, which help improve the accuracy and reliability of the result. And the third, exploratory data analysis, also known as EDA, was performed using different visualizations such as charts and graphs. This allowed us to observe data distribution, identify patterns, and understand the relationship between variables. And next, correlation analysis was applied to measure how strong different variables are related to each other. This step helped us identify which factor may have a strong influence on a student performance. And finally, a machine learning model, linear regression, was used. This model helped us analyze the impact of different factors and determine which variables have the most significant effect on students' performance. Next slide, please. And the tools and techniques in this project, or we can say research, several tools and techniques were used to perform data analysis and machine learning tests. First of all, we use from Python programming language. We use as main development environment because of its simplicity and strong support for data analysis and machine learning. For data manipulation and numerical analysis, Pandas and NumPy libraries were used. Pandas helped in handling data set, cleaning data, and managing data frame, while NumPy was used in numerical computation. For data visualization, Matplotlib and Seaborn were used to create charts and graphs. These visualizations help in better understanding data distribution, trends, and relationship between variables. For machine learning implementation, the scikit-learn library was used. This library provides tools to build, train, and evaluate the linear regression module used in this study, or we can say this project. The analysis was conducted using Jupyter Notebook, and Google Colab was provided an interactive environment for written and executing codes, as well as documentation or documenting results. Finally, Google Chrome was used as the web browser to access online resource, datasets, and Google Cloud platform. Next slide, please. For ethical review, in this project, ethical consideration were carefully taken into account. First, regarding base, the data set may not fully represent all group of students. For example, it may contain more data from urban students than from those in rural area. This could affect the generalizability and fairness of the result. Second, in terms of fairness, the analysis treated all students equally. No discrimination was made based on gender, age, background, or any other personal characteristics. All data points were handled in the same manner. And finally, concerning privacy, no personal or identifiable information such as name, phone number, or address was included in the dataset. This ensured the protection of students' identities and maintained data confidentiality. Thank you so much.
Do you have my voice?
Yes, Asina Jan. Okay, continue.
Okay, thank you so much, Aisha Jan. Good afternoon. In the name of Allah, good afternoon to everyone. I hope you are doing well and healthy. And thank you from my dear teacher and my classmates that gave me a chance to present the project or a presentation about three things that I mentioned: finding, recommendation, and also the conclusion of this presentation that was about which things that I mentioned in my presentation by working all of my classmates, Aisha Jan, Zara Jan, and also Mursal Jan. As I mentioned in the finding, we have Aisha John also asked 3 questions or mentioned 3 questions. The one question is about finding, the another question about belongs to recommendation, and the last is about the conclusion or maybe the factors that we mentioned in our presentation. And the finding or maybe in which things that we find to put it in our research is that one thing is study time. Study time has the strong positive relationships with his exam scores. This is for those students that maybe also my classmates Zara John also says about it. And study time is for those students that they have studied 2 or 3 hours in a day every time. It means by this 2 or 3 hours, maybe they can review notes, practice question regularly is more likely to score higher exam. Then this is for for those students that they have study only at night before the test. For example, in a study time, when a person study 2 or 3 times in hours, maybe they have a good exam and they approach to their goal very well. But for those person that they have study just at night before the test, it means they increase their exam score. And also the another steps for the finding is that adequate sleeping, as my classmates also says about this is for and also improve the academic performance by helping a student and stay focused on alert among all the factors. This is also adequate sleep is for those students that they have sleep 7 and 8 each hours at night, not in the afternoon, but not in the day, but in the afternoon they feel very more alert during the class and the exam. This is the second steps that we just finding in our research. The third steps that we can focus on it is that previous academics. This is very important parts of the things that also score are the strongest predictors, and also its currently exam results. And this is for those students that they have well, if a student score well in high earlier exam, it shows that they understand very well and the subject for basis it can help them to perform a well again future in the test. This is the very strongest impact on their score exam. The next steps for finding is that class attendance. Class attendance is for those students that attend regularly in the class. For example, if I attend in the class for 1 day or I am absented, maybe I didn't give any good result or score in my classes. This is like bad things for me that I can lose all the session in the class. And also the next things is that we use in our finding is that balances internet usage. Balances internet usage is very beneficial, while excessive use a negatively affect on our performance. Maybe we just focus on it to the limit social media. It's like very good things to reduce our study time and lower performance. This is the good things that I mentioned for our finding. It means in the finding. Can you go to the next slide? Okay, inside or the recommendation that I have from all of my classmates is that I just mentioned 4 things that was very important for us that during our exam or study time we just use them. One has developed the regular and structured study habit. For example, some guys don't have any good habits. Maybe for they give or create a schedule for them for one day. For example, when I have a good habit, I study all the time. It's like for the first time when I study art and I work art, it means for the next day, because it belongs to my habit, that in which habit that I have to focus on my study and reviewing the note and other things. This is a first recommendation that I have for all of you guys. The next recommendation is that maintaining a healthy sleep routine. It means that if you have a good schedule or a healthy sleep for 7 and up to 8 hours in a night, maybe you become very comfortable, and also it strongly affected on your weakness or your strength. For example, when I have not good sleeping for 7 to 8 hours at night, maybe in the morning I become so tired, or I become in a big depression, and I don't get more score in our exam also in our study time. The third recommendation is that attend classes constantly, and this is I mentioned in my finding. And the fourth section, or the fourth one is for recommendation, is use the internet. This is a good responsibility for those guys that they have internet stable. They use from internet in good way, not in a bad way. Some guys maybe use internet in a bad way. They didn't study very time. For now, you know that the young generation is always busy on the internet. They maybe research, or they can solve their problem very well. But in the past, you know that there is no internet for those people, but they faced with the difficulties. But now you know that this is like very good for those that they have a good internet connection and they connected from different country or other things. But in conclusion, I said that this is the last part that I concluded my presentation. It's examine the main academic lifestyle factor, and it is like an effect for those students that they have machine learning techniques or data analysis to show that identify how different habits influence their exam results. And also this is the things that I mentioned is that for those students that they have like these habits, and this is the concluding. Do you have my voice?
Yes.
Yes, Naja.
Yes. About the conclusion is that how we research our presentation, about our methodology that our classmates also says, but my point of view about this is that in methodology or in conclusion, we follow a clear step-by-step to approach in our presentation. First, we explore and clean the data to ensure the accuracy in a good way. For the next methodology that we use to visualize our collation, and also the next steps that we mentioned in our presentation is about analyzing to identify the relationship between variable. This is the main point, or the finally that we mentioned in our presentation is we apply the machine learning techniques, but and also in Python, Google Chrome, and also Google Colab and Jupyter. We use all of my research. The data set is sent by our teacher, and then we create a group and work together to work together, and also we share our information together, and also Aisha John create the presentation, and that's all. This is the conclusion and also finding and recommendation that I have. If you have any question, please ask me. It's your time. And if you don't have any question, thank you again from my teacher and my classmate. And thank you so much for your attention.
You group number 4 was good. You tried very good. and your findings and everything was perfect.
Number 3.
Okay,
We were number 3.
okay, Zahra, you are number 3. Okay, that's
And
group number 3. Thank you,
yeah,
Fatima. Okay, Aisha, Zahra, Hasina, and Mursal. Thank you, everyone of you.
Thank you,
It was
teacher.
perfect. So we will have 15 minutes break. After break, we will come and we'll see your classmates, what they have done. Group number 4, 5, and 6. Please come again. Those they are done also, they should come again because your fellows, they have just tried their level best to present something. So be on time. 15 minutes break and see you then.
Uh,
Group 4, please go on. Zahra.
Zahra Jan, are you ready?
Zahra,
Zahra
Nuria,
Ansari. Yes.
you are 4 members, yeah? You had 4 in your group. Who was the fourth person?
3 members, teacher. Me, Zahra Ansari, and Nuria Jan.
No, there was one other I added in the group.
I'm
In
here.
your
Do you
group.
hear me?
Yes, please go on, Zahra.
Go on what?
I mean, start.
Yes. Just let me know, share. Is it visible for you?
Yes, yes. Zahra, we can see your screen and you can start.
Yes, okay. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Today I want to present about the Afghan girls' emotional well-being. I mean the my subject is about stress and emotional stress in the Afghanistan girl. At first, I wanna say one overview about my subject. I wanna say that depression is a common and serious mental health condition that affects thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. It can lead to persist sadness, loss of interest, lack of motivation, and feelings of hopelessness. People experiencing depression often feel isolated, overwhelmed, and unable to engage in daily activities. It is influenced by social, economic, and environmental factors and can be intensified by stress, lack of support, and restricted opportunities. Early recognition and support are essential to improve well-being and prevent long-term consequences. This is an overview about my subject. It is about my subject, and I wanna start my presentation. And my advisor is Zakir Hussein Husseini, and my group is Fatima, Zahra, and Nuria Jan. The first slide is about how do education and social restrictions affect the emotional well-being of Afghan girls. And this The first is access to education and its psychological impact, social limitation and feelings of isolation, indicators of depression and emotional distress. And I want to say about a summary of this result. This restriction can lead to isolation, emotional distress, and even depression. In this presentation, we will explore the psychological impacts of this limitation and identify the key indicators of emotional distress. And in this slide, a brief of this description of the data set. Number of participants, 35 Afghan girls, and the target group, Afghan girls living inside Afghanistan. The data collection tool, Google Forms, data type, quantity, participant, voluntary. This survey includes between 35 girls focusing on their emotional well-being, access to education, and social limitations. Participation was completely voluntary and anonymous to ensure honest response. Data cleaning. About the data cleaning preparation, revived incomplete responses, removed unclear answers, and age names, standard response categories, ensured anonymity. About the data visualization, the survey responses were analyzed and categorized based on range of values. About 35.3% less than of response were in the category, indicate of a small proportion of participants experiencing certain factors at low level. Middle learning 11.4% of response showing a moderate occurrence, and about 45.7 higher than the category that were in the highlight, that nearly half of the participants experienced the factors at higher levels, and 8.67% were outliers on the specific. The highlights proportion 45.7% shows that a significant number of participants are severely affected by the issues being measured. Lower of percentage 34.3% and 11.4% indicate that some participants experienced these factors at a lower moderate level. This kind of visualization helps to identify the most critical areas that require attention and intervention. About the education level of participants, I want to say the survey include Afghan girls at different stage of education. 22.9% of primary are primary, or I can say at the basic, are current in education, highlighting that proportion of young girls just being their academic journey. 22.9% show that are in the secondary education. A smaller number of participants are continuing their formal studies. 34.3% representing that university is the largest group in terms of ongoing higher education. 20% of our graduation, including a small proportion who have completed their studies. The largest group of respondents are university students, 34.3%, which reflects interest and access to higher education despite challenges. A significant portion, 22.97%, in basic and secondary education, and about the graduation, 2020 are fewer, which may reflect barriers and complete education and limit opportunities in post-graduation. So the participation come from various education stages, with the most being activity engaged now in the university level studies or undergraduate, to highlight the importance of education in shaping opportunities and emotional well-being. About this slide, that I can say that sorry. About this slide, I can say lack of education and limited job opportunities are the main causes of the stress and depression among the Afghan girls. These restrictions led hopelessness, sadness, and lack of motivation. About some other depression. And also about 4% living an environment of uncertainty, insecurity, or potential violence creates chronic stress, fear, and psychological vulnerability. About 5.7% problems, life challenges, struggles, including financial difficulties, household responsibilities, and pressure contribute to emotional fatigue and distress. About 8.6% unemployment, lack of opportunities. This absence of job prospects to career paths makes the future seem uncertain, increasing hopelessness and depression. About 8.67 that I said, social isolation and also limited interaction with peers or community results in loneliness and low self-esteem and also emotional difficulties. About 7% they were migration. A significant number of girls are affected by migration, displacement, or being uprooted from their homes, which add stress, anxiety, and emotional instability. And also, I want to add about the social isolation, limited interaction with peers of community, and also that I said. These factors interact and compound each other, creating a complex web of emotional distress. This percentage reflects the proportion of respondents affected by each factors, highlighting the deprivation and migration are among the most critical challenges for Afghan girls' mental health. About the key analysis and key findings, I want to say just in summary, lack of education and limited job opportunities are the main causes of stress and depression among Afghan girls. These restrictions lead to hopelessness, sadness, and lack of motivation. Coping strategies like talking with parents when they were sadness or when they are hopelessness. Some of them praying already exist, but mental health challenges remain critical. Socio-economic and social limitation further exacerbate emotional distress. And at the end, I want to say structural and social restrictions are the main drivers of emotional suffering among the Afghan girls. That in the screen say that most of participants identify lack of educational literacy and also sadness about the future of job and also about the education. This is the chart of the problem of the Afghan girls and about the social economic lack of work. It means they are jobless. Economic problem about stop of the education and so on. And the conclusion, I want to say about the conclusion on structural restriction, especially lack of education and employment for prospects, play a central role in the shaping this depression experience among the Afghan girls. And also nowadays that you see that most of the Afghan girls and most of the women that in the Afghanistan that they are percent of the depression are more than every day and every night highest. And about the lack of education, lack of economic problem, and also about the about the jobless, that they are also jobless, that they can't find a good job, and they are the most depression in the Afghan girls. Finish. If you have any question, you can ask me.
Thank you, Zahra. I think you're sick, Zahra, no?
Yes,
That's why.
I have sore throat.
Yeah, thank you, group number 4. Just because I
And
should mention
about the data cleaning, I wanna show my Python and also the Excel program.
Okay, just a second. About this group number 4, I would say to you, classmates, that they have done their data collection by themselves. It means that they did everything from scratch, and it was
Yes.
their own hard working that they just collected the data from 35 participants in 1 day or 2 days, and then they just did this conclusion that can you go to slide number 7 or 8? It was just, can you go up?
Which
Yeah,
one?
this one. And this all the calculations are done by themselves, so they did everything. But one quick, Zahra, and your groups, one quick. No, I should put a notice to you that did you see that you in the colors you have to use two red colors, and it's very hard for the reader to understand what is 8.6 and 2.9%. So please, when you are making this pie chart, so this is pie chart. When you are making pie chart, just keep in mind that you should give colors based on that there should be differentiable colors, because you cannot understand if you see the colors of red and red. And the other thing, just
Yes.
please, while you are, I don't know, it might be because of the program that you are doing it, maybe Python, because you are doing it in Farsi or something like this. So if the legends that you are writing, Mahrumi, Mahdudiyat, Fishari Khanwada, and the others, you see 3 dots. So this should be clear that what is it? Bekari Bawat. I don't know. Inzwa.
Yes.
So these ones, maybe because you are doing it in Farsi, it's because of that reason, maybe because if it is English, so it would get it properly. But for example, Mawarid D, I know Digar, but in here, if someone
Yes.
is new, so it's very hard for them to understand. So just while you're choosing the colors and also the legends, please keep this in mind. Yes, now you can go in Zahra and show others.
About teacher, about the other things, it means Mawardi Digar. We have 3 open questions, and that we question about the
No. I know, Zahra, sorry. I mean that we can, when you are writing the legend, so this is called legend. In our case, legend, Megan. So when you are doing the legends, please make it that everyone should understand what is it. For example, 3 dots. I cannot understand while you are showing in a
Yes.
chart. That's the thing. I don't know that I said I Mawarit Digar. It does not mean that you should explain this one. Just to keep in mind that make this one as readable for others to understand. Okay, now
Excuse
you can
me.
show your work. What were you showing? Your Python or maybe Excel? Yes, please.
In Python, I wanna just show the. Did you see is it visible for you?
Yeah.
About it is about the table and formatting Google form that I upload here in the Excel, and I removed some of the
Double
I think
credit
Zahra,
point.
it's fine. I
yes,
think Zahra,
some
it's
of the
fine. You don't need to, Zahra, because you are sick. We can see and we can see you are hardworking and thank you for your group. No need to show anything. Because you cannot speak properly, so it's fine. You are sick.
excuse me about my voice and
No,
my
it's okay.
presentation.
It's okay.
Just
It's okay. No problem. Just get well soon. Get well soon, Zahra.
thank
And
you.
yeah, thank you for group number 4 and group number 5. Can you please go on? Group 5. Oh, group Zahra, can you unshare your screen?
It's our turn, teacher.
Okay, go. Atfa, go. Atfa and Anahita, go. Then we can
Okay,
click.
Anita John, please show the slide.
Okay,
I
sure.
have no electricity and
Okay.
Okay, sure. My screen is visible?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, sir, for the time. We just selected the topic of observation, general observation on impact of course quality as well as family support for male and female students. And we just got the data from Novin course, and we use their data as a sample and as a actually it's like practical example, because mostly this is like what exactly it is, like actual data. So in our group we were 3 participants, but one of our member we really couldn't see her, maybe she joined other group or what, but we just worked, me, Anaita Amiri and Atifa Hassani. I would like to go very short because you and our all classmates already heard a lot. So in introduction,
In introduction part, we just mentioned about the topic that we choose. As I mentioned, our topic is general observation on impact of course quality as well as family support for female and male students, and also about the quality of courses and about the differences that it bring in their education level. So in our presentation, it has three main goals. The first goal is to examine the level of family support for female and male course participants. The second goal is to assess the course level of academic motivation among the female course participation. And the third goal is to investigate the impact of course quality on academic performance of female course participants. And for data set description, we have gender, family support level, motivation level, course quality, participation, satisfaction. And as I mentioned before, the resource of this information is a student survey at Novin training course. For data analysis, I would like to ask Fatima John to explain this part.
Thank you, Anaita John. In this slide, I want to show that our data needs some cleaning process. And before this, I had to add our data set, but unfortunately, I forgot. So far, I organized our data. At first, our IDs were not adjusted, so I had to recorrect it at first step, and after that, I cleaned our data that they were some of them were missed. For example, they are mentioned and they are clear, good clear, like then age and concern of our students and satisfactory of our students that they are some of them are missed, and I had to clean it. After this clean process, I see that Python shows that our column, Rezayat column shows that some of data are not valuable or some of them are unusual actually. So I used from the median value or median cleaning characteristics. So I clean it those data that they are higher than 100 values, and I used to gather all these data to 100. Some data, some students choose 1,000, some of them choose 200, and they were not usual. So all of these things need to clean. After cleaning our data, please, Anaita, next slide. I mentioned I also paste our link, our Colab link that you can see directly our work. And data visualization shows three processes. Family support, the girls and boys, and also the motivation levels, and how could be relationship between their motivation and their gender participation. So the next slide. In this slide, I can see we can see the family support has some good impact on every gender or every boys and girls. Zero shows girls that they are least they have least number or least support of their family, and the one number shows the male or the boys that they have more support of their family. So the next slide. This data, this code shows that we use from this data, these codes in Python, that family, how family support, how could be impact family support on gender. Next slide, Nanita Jan. And in this slide, I want to show that their satisfaction or their motivations are not centered and they are distributed. They are all least, but because our data were very least, totally about 14 or 16 people, so we couldn't get any efficient information about this number and this data. So in this slide, that just it shows that their motivation are different. This next slide, Anita Jan. And it is their code that I used to show how could be a relationship between support family and their motivation. And next slide, Anita Jan, we can see clearly that family support the male, and the male are their motivation are every day increasing, and the female, because they don't have enough support family, their motivation and their satisfactions are stable and they are not increasing. So the next slide, Anita Jan. We just try to highlight all these considerations or options that our teacher mentioned in their the analysis, our the family support are about both female and male, and about the male, they have more support, and their motivation are increasing. I think this slide is not completed. It is our first slide that Anita Jan didn't isn't show our the last one, and in this slide we have a little confused analysis, so I mentioned for Anita Jan to slide show our the last one draft, and about the gender participation, they are clearly affected by course quality, and it is about it is impacted positively impact on female more than the men, and the female, however, they don't have more support family, but they like to their course quality is would be more qualified, and the next slide, Anita Jan, you can continue.
Yes,
if you
sure.
want.
Yes, sure. Thank you so much, Fatima Jan, and the teacher, also classmates, for listening us. Overall, I don't want to take a lot of your time. in key finding and in conclusion, we mostly discuss on how much family support is critical, motivation, role in encouragements, also the role of quality teaching. We just mentioned these, and I think here mostly we need to focus on technical, how we use the graphs and how we know the concept of using graphs for any data analysis. So these 3 slides at the end, they are just explanation and conclusion again for the same topic. And for the recommendation, again, we recommend that the family support, also the course quality, and to consider gender sensitive educational strategies, also continuing monitoring and feedback, promote student engagement, that we really had great example of student engagement in this course, and I really love this. It was really effective for us, and we learned a lot from this. So this was a good example. So at the last, thank you so much from you, teacher, and from our classmates, also from Fatima John. If you have any question, just don't ask a lot of questions, because it was our first practice, and I know we need more practice. But the good news is that at least we know the concept, and we know which material to use for more practice and to be more proficient. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Anahita. It is not Fatima, Anahita. It's no, it's Atifa. Okay, not Fatima.
Yes, sir.
Your class.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. It was good. Did you collect the data by yourself?
Fatima John.
Atifa?
Atifa John.
Because the other data was very clean, and I couldn't. My computer had lots of problem to use the last or the other data, so I have to prepare with myself, and because of that, yesterday I collected some data from my student, and after that I use it with Python.
Good. Fine, Anahita. Well done. Okay, that's perfect. That's very good that you are using your own data and working. So it's just like any initiative that you can do it for the other ones, which Anahita also mentioned. This could be your first work, but if you proceed, you will be expert in your field. Okay, that's good. So let's listen for the last group, and yeah, thank
you
you,
so much,
Anahita.
sir.
Thank you, dear teacher.
Sir, we
Yes,
are the
Sakina,
last group,
please.
the sixth
Yes,
group.
please.
So let's start. I'm sharing the screen, and Samira John will start the first part, and we were all going to share and present the data or the information we collected. Okay.
Salamat and good evening. Yeah.
Do you have the screen?
Did you share? Yes, we have.
Okay, let me make it the whole page.
Yes.
Now, do you have the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, start, Samira John.
Yes. Hello and good noon, everyone. As we are the last group, I hope you enjoy your time. And we had research about the global food price inflation, and we worked together, me, Samira, and Sakina John, Faima, and Sreya John. We also had cooperation with each other, and our research or presentation is about the global food price, and our data set is the global food price inflation, time duration or time period as the monthly data from 2007 up to 2023. Coverage is about the 25 countries, and what we know about this issue, global food price inflation is one of the most serious economic and social challenges in today's world. And it refers to continuous increase in the price of basic food items such as wheat, rice, coconut oil, or vegetable, especially the developing countries like Afghanistan and many other countries. This issue is very important because food is a basic human need, and when food price rise, many families, especially low-income households, struggle for enough and nutrition food. And what is the data set about this research or presentation? In this presentation, we use a dataset called Global Food Price Inflation. And as I mentioned about this, it's about the years from 2007 up to 2023. And why is it important? Global food price inflation is a major economic and social issues, and I mentioned about this issue, and what is the global of the analysis? The main goal of this analysis to examine global food price inflation data in order to understand how food prices change over time. And in addition, we aim to analyze how these changes differ across countries and to identify patterns and needs in food price inflation at the global level. And this research, we have three questions, one main question and three sub-questions. As every research has this like this, and our main question is how has global food price inflation changed over time across different countries? To answer this question, because we focus on several sub-questions. Like the first sub-question is we examine which countries experience higher or lower a level of food price inflation over time. The second question is we analyze whether we are periods of significant across degrees or voluntary of food price inflation. Finally, we compare these issues and how the pattern of food price inflation differs between countries through the observed period. And the tool and method we used for this research to conduct this analysis, we apply several analytical tools and methods. First, we prepared data cleaning and preparation to ensure the data set was accurate and usable. And then we used descriptive statistic and data visualization to summarize and illustrate the key trends. We also applied the MySQL. Yeah, it was MySQL. Am I right? Database queries for data handling and used basic machine learning techniques to support analysis. And at
This issue will cover our presentation and research, the data loading and inspection. We had also this. Data set include data from 25 countries between 27 up to 2007 up to 2023. Also, the key variables in this data set include, we include
Sorry,
some.
Shaina John. I think I should explain this part.
Let me. You start, John?
Yeah, I will start.
Yeah, you can describe all of this, but it's like introduction at first. Yeah, go ahead. Soraya John, you Fatma John.
Okay. By permission, all of you. My term is data loading and inspection. In this part, we start from data loading in global food price inflation that we use from Google Cloud. And also the data set includes columns, open, high, low, close, inflation, country, and data. We use from Python in Google Cloud, and we examine the dataset for structure, missing values, and basic statistics. We checked for missing values and data types, and also verified dataset quality for analysis. For example, we first explored the dataset to understand its structure and check for missing or incorrect data. This ensures that our analysis is based on accurate and complete information. And the next part is about data cleaning. About data cleaning, we removed rows with missing numeric values in key columns like open, high, low, close, and inflation. Sorted the data by country and data for chronicle analysis, and we sorted data by country and data, and after cleaning we have about 4,434 rows, and we reset index for easier analysis. This cleaning data allowed us to remove incomplete records which could distort our results. Sorting by country and data makes it easier to analyze trends over time. And the next part is statistical analysis. In this part, we calculated average, maximum, and minimum close price per country. This shows which countries have higher or lower food price indices, helping compare them. For example, by computing average maximums and minimum, we can identify countries with the highest food price levels and those with more stable prices. For every country, we can find average, max, mean, and close prices, and also monthly change show fluctuations per country, and global statistics like mean, max, mean, STD development, and volatility show for us identifies most fluctuating countries. And next part is okay. The next part is about data visualization. That's my
It's Fahima's turn. Fahima, are you there? Fahima John?
Yes, I am. In the name of kind Allah, the topic which I want to present the data visualization. When we cover data visualization, we have to find main question. How has global food price inflation changed over time across different countries? We used the graph
The graph shows that global food price inflation changed significantly over time rather than remaining stable. As I divided and explained the food price inflation through a 3 period that starts from 2007 up to 2011, and that it calls a beginner period. At the beginner period, food price inflation is relatively high and followed by a sharp decreases. And during the middle period or middle year, it starts from 2012 up to 2019. The food price inflation shows fluctuation with moderate increases and decreases. And the recent period or recent year that shows the strong increases and also reaching the highest level in the data set. And you can see at the right hand the graph that it shows the global food price inflation. Another slide, please. Second, John, can you hear me?
Yes, here we go.
Yes, we have found sub-questions that also we have questions answered them through the another slide. The first sub-question is which countries experience higher or lower levels of food prices inflation over time? Please come to the other slide, please. We answered here at the other slide, which it shows the food prices inflation varies significantly between countries, with a few countries experiencing much higher average inflation, while many others maintain lower and more stable levels. They indicate the food prices inflation, which does not affect all countries equally and depends on specific countries' economic conditions. The other sub-question, which are there series of significant increases and decreases? Particularly, the recent period shows a strong rise in food prices inflation, indicating increases in stability in global food markets. And how does the patterns of food price inflation differ between countries throughout the observed period? Some countries such as Afghanistan and some of other countries shows that large fluctuations with sharp increases and decreases in inflation over a time. But other countries such as Burundi and Central African Republic shows more moderate but still fluctuation trends without constantly extreme values. Fixed dip in inflation, and it does not offer at the same time for all countries. And the other slide, Technologian, if you will prefer.
Okay, thank you all of my team mates, and continuing their speeches. I'm going to start my speech about that I worked on at MySQL application on preparing or creating a database for the database, which we cleaned it through Google Colab. And there in MySQL application, we created database. It means we a database is a dedicated place to store our project in an organized and structured way. And then after the creation of database, we created the tables. We designed the structure of the data. It means columns and data types to define how data is stored, and also ensures consistency. It means we make 3 columns: country, date, and inflation. Then after that, we import the clean data set. Before I say that, we clean the data set in Python at Google Colab. And then for storage or for storing or querying, we use the MySQL application. After that, after all those codes and in MySQL, we run some SQL queries, for example, asking questions from the database and getting answers from the stored data. We stored the data in MySQL, and then the third step was that we ask some question from the database. For example, here you see that I just pasted a code which I wrote in MySQL. MySQL application, for example, it says that count the total number of records. For example, calculate the average inflation by country, identify high inflation cases, or analyze inflation trends over time. So there we can ask some queries from the MySQL. And yeah, after MySQL application, just a minute. As in machine learning, we also use from Python to do some machine learnings. The model we used was linear regression, and the input was year, and the output was food price inflation. Also, just a minute. We applied a linear regression model to learn the relationship between time and food price inflation. It means that through linear regression pattern, we used to learn and the relationship between time and food price inflation, that over time, does the price inflated or increased or not. The model was trained on historical data and evaluated using mean squared error, or MSE. While predictions are approximate, the model demonstrates how machine learning can identify trends over time. It means we learn the machine to evaluate the food price inflation over time. So also yes, after that, we have a technical review, that the database and presentation. In there, we observed that some countries have more records in the dataset, the first dataset, and some countries may be missing or underreported. The second ethical review we observed is that the fairness and interpretation. It means that in the dataset we observed some developed against or versus developed countries, and it means the non-developed countries. And also we see that there might be some conflict and subsidies or policies matter in the dataset or countries. And also the third point is that the privacy and data use also matters. For example, there were no personal risk or any other thing. At the end, we have some conclusion or recommendations. First of all, food price inflation varies across countries and over time. We concluded that food price inflation varies across the 25 countries we had on the data set, and also over time. The time was also the main concern of that data set. Also, high inflation can impact households and economies. We also concluded that The high rate of inflation can impact on household, especially for the household that has low income, and also linear regression shows general inflation trends over years. Results are limited by missing economic and policy factors, means that there might be some missing economic or policy factors that might affect the data sets. As the recommendation, we can recommend that if we want to work in this topic, we have to add some more indicators and advanced models. Insights that can support food security and policy decisions. Yes, and thank you. These were all about our presentation. And if you have any question, you can ask all for. So, teacher, do you have my voice?
Thank you, class. Class, do you have any question from group number 6?
Sir, do I have to share the Python or the MySQL or the machine learning or the graphs, whatever you want?
No, you have done it, so it means that I have trust on you, so you have done, and this is that you have practiced, so it's fine. No need to share.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, class. Thank you, group number 6, for your presentation. It was something unique that you used is MySQL, which is very good thing. Still, you used machine learning, yeah, because your data was only a few rows, few columns. If I remember, it was year and it was ups and downs, something like this, if I remember your data set. But still, you come up with a very good conclusion, and we can see that those countries that they are affected by war or something, so their food inflation is more compared to those that they are in rest. Okay. That's good. Thank you. If you don't have any question, we are done with the presentation. And
Teacher, do
Hasina?
you have my voice? I have a short recommendation about that presentation. They have mentioned their text in a lowercase, not uppercase. This is the things that the presentators get the main point very well, and also the viewer attract very good. I mentioned about the font of the text because it's in a uppercase and we don't know it very clear. This is
Okay.
that
It was suggestion for group number 6?
Yes,
Hasina,
teacher.
you mean that we have to care about the fonts or the size?
No, about the text, you write it in uppercase.
Uppercase? What do you mean? I didn't catch you.
ما بعرف بقول in the version I say امی متنایی را که نوشته کردید به حرف کلان است امی را اگر به حرف خود باشه بهترتر است و کسایی که یعنی پرزنت میکنه و کسایی که میبینه برشون خیلی خوب تمام میشه.
Okay. Next time, inshallah.
Okay. But the presentation was very good. You presented.
Yeah, the findings, everything was good. Thank you, group number. No, all the groups were perfect. Group 1 till group 6, everyone did perfect work, and everyone deserves a clap for themselves. And so it's just like, do I have a clap here? What is this? I'm new to this clapping or something, so okay, I cannot do it. Oh, this is here. It's from my side, everyone. Good, well done. Keep it up. So, if you don't have any question, regarding your final exam tomorrow, you will have. I will put the exam in Google Drive. So just you can just go there and do the questions and send me back to my WhatsApp or to my email. Yes, Anahita.
Sir, tomorrow I have a very important meeting. I'm just asking about
with Khamenei, with Trump, with whom?
Sir, I'm working with Aga Khan organization and we have meeting with donor.